Hello everyone. We have covered a lot of ground in our learning chess journey. It is now time for us to go over a full recap of all sessions so far. What have we covered in this channel? Identifying attacks, recognizing threats, delivering checkmate, defending against mate, a lead in development, the importance of a passed pawn, and why we must evaluate a position. I have added chapters in the description of these recaps, so you can go straight to that session's highlights. Welcome, chess masters. I will go over the highlights of each session, but for best results, I recommend watching the sessions to see the examples, exercises, and tests. These are all the topics we have covered so far, which I consider core to playing chess well. Let's go. What is attacked? We said that identifying what is attacked in a position is fundamental to play chess well, because it allows us to appropriately respond to the attack, and depending on the circumstances, that response can be guarding the attacked piece, moving the attacked piece to a safe square, capturing or eliminating the attacking piece, or counterattacking an enemy piece. We said we must attack in a safe manner. And we said the objects of attack in a position are called targets, which can be the enemy king, enemy pieces, enemy pawns or pawn structure, squares, key or weak squares. One of the purposes of attacking targets is gaining material or creating weaknesses in the enemy position. What is a threat? We also said that recognizing threats in a position is essential to playing chess well. A threat is a potential loss or detriment to our position. Threats in the position happen both ways, our threats as well as our opponents. Important threats we must watch out for: the mate threat, the immediate mate threat, or an upcoming mate threat. Next in importance are threats, immediate or upcoming, that are not checkmate, like loss of material or positional detriment. We want to respond, stop, or address threats against our position. We want to prioritize and address the threat that causes the biggest loss first, whenever there is multiple strong threats against us. Checkmate. The most important target of attack in chess is the enemy king. Checkmate is important because it ends the game and you win or lose. It is very important to keep watch of immediate or upcoming mate threats against our king. In chess, a direct attack to the king is called check. And by the rules of the game, when our king is in check, we must get out of check first before doing anything else. We can get out of check by moving the king to a safe square, blocking the line of fire of the checking piece, or capturing the checking piece. If the king cannot get out of check, then it is checkmate. Paying attention to any upcoming checks helps us determine there will be a way out, so that we don't fall into a sequence that leads to checkmate. Defending against mate. How to defend against a mate threat? by guarding or controlling the mate square, by blocking the line of fire of the piece threatening mate or of the assisting piece, by capturing or exchanging the piece threatening mate or of the assisting piece, or by moving the king away or preparing to move the king away. Some general guidelines to defend against mate. Make it as difficult as possible for the opponent to deliver mate. And it is better to hide the king away than exposing it to additional enemy checks. Finding out the best defensive move against checkmate requires careful attention. Lead in development. How should we open a chess game? By placing a pawn in the center, by bringing our pieces out to an active position, and by bringing our king to safety, typically by castling, as soon as possible. The goals of the opening are controlling the center, getting the pieces developed, and safeguard the king. The side that develops its forces sooner than the opponents and takes control of the central squares will get a lead in development. And having a lead in development allows an opportunity to launch an attack against the enemy position. Pawns can become queen. What pawns can promote? A pawn which can be advanced to the opposite side of the board without encountering any of the enemy's pawns is called a passed pawn. The closer a passed pawn is to the promotion square, the more dangerous it is. How can I win in the endgame? By delivering checkmate, if there is sufficient material to do so, or by promoting a pawn and then deliver checkmate. In practical play, it is the passed pawns that can be promoted, and you promote your pawn to the piece that helps you deliver checkmate or that helps you win or draw the game. The endgame strategy roadmap. These are 9 strategies on how to play a chess endgames created by Grandmaster Avetik Grigoryan. To win in the endgame, you get a queen, and if you cannot get a queen, you create a passed pawn by advancing a pawn majority. And if you don't happen to have a pawn majority in your position, then you try to get one by following the next strategy, which is winning enemy pawns. And to win enemy pawns, you follow the next strategy, which is activating your pieces. These 9 strategies will teach you how to play endgames, and I recommend you go over this blog post by Grandmaster Avetik Grigoryan. Those are all the topics we have covered in this channel. We should be able to evaluate a position based on that knowledge and by looking at the following elements: the position of the king, its exposure or vulnerability to attacks, the threats and attacks in the position, the material imbalance, whether there is any lead in development, if applicable, and whether there is a presence of a passed pawn or the possibility of creating one. For a full advanced method of evaluation, I recommend you go watch How to Evaluate Any Chess Position by FIDE Master Anna Cramling. Here is a simple map to organize our thinking or our attention. To figure out what is going on in a position, we do that by evaluating the position. It's like our compass. And based on the options that we come up with, then we choose a move. What does influence choosing our move? We said that knowledge, understanding, and skill are components that influence the moves we choose. That means knowledge is important, and the more we know, the better, obviously. However, knowing more does not necessarily translate into winning positions. It is the better understanding and the better skill that helps you win games. To finalize this recap, let me go over a few healthier lifestyle habits. Drink 1 glass of simple water daily. Get physically active. 15-minute daily walk. Sleep 7 to 8 hours. Increase your healthy food intake and decrease your junk food intake. Visit my Herbalife distributor website to order your favorite Formula 1 shake mix. I hope this recap is helpful. Watch the session and lab videos for examples, exercises, and tests. One last recommendation: play slow time control games and analyze those games yourself afterwards, preferably together with a stronger player, before you request an in-game analysis of your game. I want to thank you for watching. Drop a comment or a like if what you have learned here has helped you. Never stop learning. Take care.